I don't know what you're doing out here anyway. I don't even like cats. That's why you outside. Nobody let your ass in. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Well, I believe today starts painting my house. Putting a little stucco around the house and start painting my house. And I already got me a thick pencil so I can start drawing on the wall. And once I start drawing on the wall, it's over. That part of the game is over. So once I start drawing, it's a wrap. Oh, for sure, for sure. It's gonna be me. And I'ma do it somehow, some way. I'ma take a couple of ideas from a lot of different people. I'm gonna be looking through. Once I get the wall done, I already got this concept, but I think it's gonna be like me. I'm gonna be driving like one of them old you know that show Supernatural. I'm gonna drive one of them black old Chevys, or what was it, an Oldsmobile. I'm gonna be driving one of those, right? And then I'm gonna draw a street, and it's gonna be like the YouTube streets, right? But I'm gonna be burning rubber in that supernatural car, and I think I'm gonna be riding with Rick and Morty. You feel me? On some on some MIB type stuff. So we gonna have the little black suits on, with the black ties, with the white t-shirts, and it's gonna be me, and I'm gonna be looking crazy than a motherfucker, right? It's probably gonna be to the point to where I'm gonna be like driving so fast. You know how the eyes be looking like they like peeling back, the face start peeling back. You start seeing the skeletons and their teeth and stuff like that. I might do something like that, like I'm smashing through the LA street. I mean the YouTube streets, and then on the sidewalks and stuff like that, you know how all these YouTubers be getting all their content like diamond testers and all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna have like it's gonna be like a little strip. It's gonna be just like Vegas Strip. You gonna see some people willing and dealing, passing drugs off. You gonna see people smoking weed. Bart Simpson probably bending over, high as hell, taking a shit in public. You gonna have one of them whatever that old character is off of Family Guy that be like, I got some popsicles in my pocket. Yeah, he gonna be bent all over with that walker, whatever he got. He gonna be off the fence. You feel me? I'm gonna have him looking stupid crazy like he off the fence. Watch, I got some ideas. You could possibly see where I'm going. I'm gonna have all type of stuff. If I have Marge and the mama off of Family Guy, man, they gonna be on the strip bussing. They gonna be thick as hell with the big old titties and the booty. Watch, I'm gonna extra everything out, and that's just gonna be the first wall. Then I gotta find out where I gotta put my set my camera up or my GoPro to where it can capture the whole wall. Cause I already the other wall I think I'm gonna just make all green. You know what I mean? And I gotta have options and shit like that because I did take a lot of footage of downtown LA, even though I should have did it with a drone. But I took a lot of footage of downtown LA just driving around. Like I said, when I was looking for these YouTubers talking about they was looking for me and they wanted to smoke and all this type of stuff. Yeah, so I was smashing through everybody's neighborhood, and I got a lot of footage. So I'm gonna do one wall to where I'm gonna draw as me. Like I said, with Rick and Morty, we're gonna be driving over the YouTube streets. I'm gonna have like fire kicking out the engine with a gang of smoke. I'm talking about tearing up that sign that say YouTube is gonna be toe up, but I'm gonna be driving. And then yeah, the next wall is gonna be a green wall. and then the next wall is gonna be something else. And even if it's a window, I'ma still have it to where, you know, somehow, some way that window is gonna fit in to whatever I draw. It ain't gonna be just like no bogus window inside of paint or drawing. I'ma have something like I'ma have a theme to go with it. And I don't know yet. I'm just talking right now, but it's gonna be something. And then I'm gonna have the big old Neptune, like another wall. I might have some water ass Neptune and stuff like that, to where it's like him with the pitchfork, and then at the top of the water you see the planet Neptune. Watch, I'm gonna go berserko. Like it's gonna go from animated to surreal. You gonna see like the backdrop of the water, like the moon on the water, and then you gonna see all the animals and stuff, like all them little creatures underwater. Yep, that's gonna be me for shit show. Don't even play with me. I'm finna run it up, like all the way up. Yep, like Picasso. Now the only thing is, after I do these paintings and stuff like that, I got to get the correct paint. So I think I'm gonna have to go to Michael's or some kind of hobby shop, some kind of hobby craft, and then I'm gonna make sure my details ain't too small. So I'll be doing something that you can't really see. So I know everything got to be big. My feet, my face got to be big, hair got to be big, all that. So I know everything got to be big, but I'm gonna do some crazy. Watch, and I'm gonna take my time. Yep, the YouTube streets. Watch what I do. It's gonna be me in a big old whatever that car was, a Chevy or an Oldsmobile, whatever that car was on Supernatural. That's what I'm drawing, and it's gonna be me, Rick and Morty. hmm You know I have to let y'all get some of that old backyard what you call it, serenity. Some people, if they don't see it's my face, they get on. I noticed that too. A lot of people would dip into my page, and if they don't see it's my face, then they get on. But I be trying to show y'all like what I left to. You feel me? A lot of people be wanting to see my face, but I be trying to show y'all the backdrop of why I left California. Like, man, is you crazy? Like for this, I traded any day. Now, what I will say is I wouldn't have came out here like no earlier age. Like I don't even think I would have came here in my 30s. That's for sure. Cause the first thing out my mouth I would have said is too slow. But when it's too slow, you out there moving too fast. Now, if I did this while I was serving downtown LA, oh my mama, nigga, I would have had a couple of spots. I know for sure, out of all the years of serving downtown LA, I would have been had $1 million. Like I didn't touch over $1 million a couple of times. And I told my dad that before he died. I was like, Dad, you remember all them years I was selling weed and this, and that, and downtown LA serving and stuff like that? I think I touched $1 million at least once or twice. He was like, what? At least? I done seen you come in that house with a gang of money. You had money in the first sweatpants, then you took off them sweatpants. You had another sweatpants on, you took off them sweatpants. Then you had some thermals on and you had some more money in them. I was like, yeah, yeah, I did. When I came in the house, I'm in Georgia. When I came in the house, I swear to God, on my daddy rest in peace. I swear to God, several times. You know when Nike swooshes, them pants used to be like whoosh, 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 Puma, whoosh, 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 Reebok, whoosh, whoosh, Starter. Whoosh, whoosh. You remember them the what do they call them? Ain't they sweats? The sweats that make the sound. What do y'all call them? Breakers, breakaways, tearaways, some whatever that jumpsuit was. But I know when you walk, it makes sounds. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I swear to God, I came in the house sounding like that, and it wasn't no motherfucking. It wasn't none of that. I had so much money in between my legs that my jeans was no, my sweats was sounding like that. Yeah, I came in the house with them pants wasn't even on. I walked in like I had those on. My pants was like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It was like so much stuff money. I'm talking about I had on sweats. I had on another pair of sweats. And then I had on thermal leggings, like thermal bottoms. And then, yeah. Because my thermal leggings, I used to keep the dope in. Because the police be trying to feel all on you. And I could say, God is my witness. All them years, of being down there, the police ain't never put a hand on me. Pull me over, spread them, nothing. From like 12, 13 years old all the way to like 35, the police ain't never, ever put their hands on me. I'm talking about spread them. What are you doing over here? Hey, you over here selling drugs? Never. They ain't even asked me if I was selling drugs before. Never. Never. I used to tell some of my colleagues, and you can say, how's they colleagues? Y'all selling drugs. Man, just buy your business and listen to the goddamn story. So, me and my colleagues, I used to tell them, since I've been out there so many years, I'd be like, hey, how long you been serving downtown LA? Oh, man, I've been, or I just got out of jail. All right. Well, you know it's hours to serving down here, correct? Shit, man, I just be out here making my plays, woo, this, and that, woo. Yeah, same shit. So they'll come down there and they'll say, they do what they want. Like they come any old hours, right? Even bitches. Bitches be down there talking about they got kids and they had a baller baby daddy and they'll come down there talking about they got ounces, be lying like a motherfucker. This shit be fake. You get a dose of downtown LA hustler, it'll change your life. I'm talking about females would come down there with stories, with babies, a teenage son, telling you they got a couple ounces and they stole it from their baby daddy. He went to jail. Whatever it is that they tell you, all type of stories. I done seen them sell nigga shit, and the shit was fake. They done got the best of them, and they be golden to win. It did. Some of them got the nerve to do that every 6 to 8 months. They'll just drop off a fake load, and people be buying, and they be getting away on the dead homies. So what I used to tell them is the hours to serving dope downtown LA, please, I'm not advising this, but this is the truth. 9 times out of 10, you will not go to jail. These are the hours. And don't do no extra. You gonna make your bread, just pick it. If you make it, like I said, the best diet I ever had downtown LA, I had 4,800. And I'm talking about ounces, and I sold dimes and dubs. I swear to God, they was dimes and dubs. I'm talking about so fast, so much money. Man, I was scared that somebody was watching and was gonna rob me. I don't care if you got a gun. They got guns too. I don't care if you got a knife. They got that too. They watching you. And if the hyenas is on you, it's the best thing I could tell you. Walk around with your glizzy in hand, in front of you. Like how my hand is right here. You sure better be clutching like that. Because if they watching and they get a chance to get it up on you downtown LA, man, them vulture ass gang banging niggas gonna swallow you like roaches. Like, okay, the hours is 12 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's when the police don't ride by downtown LA. They ride by, but they don't fuck with you. It's too dark. They can't see shit. Number two, do not dress like you Bacon Buddy. You stupid. You going to G's Ezel for shit show. You going to G's Ezel. On the dead homies, you going to jail, nigga. You dress like you in New Jack City, you going to new jail, nigga. New Twin Towers, nigga. That's what the young niggas do. They never learn till they go to jail. Third thing, leave at 6 a.m. Don't stay. Why? The jump out boys. Yeah, them niggas. Do you know them niggas drunk like 4 monsters and three motherfucking Red Bulls before they came to work with coffee, nigga, and some donuts? You think they had a good night's sleep while you was out here hustling to jump out on your ass and chase you for the dope? Nigga, you crazy. Them is the fresh boys. You know the ones that just got hired, the cadet type, just graduate ass niggas. They go chase your ass down to get up out of that area. Them officers don't even want to work down there. So that's why when they jump out, they gonna make sure they cash you in. Cause they wanna leave they damn self. They don't wanna be there. They wanna move to Culver City. They wanna go to Santa Monica. Like all of them don't get the choice of where they okay. It's just like when you go to committee, when you in prison, and you say, yeah, they be like, what are your 2, 3 choices? You be like, I want to go here, I want to go here, here. Man, your first two, most of the time they ain't gonna let you get it. They gonna give you the third one. So that's why I start saying the one I really want to go to last, cause I always put it like this. Yeah, and if it have to be, then my last one, I'll say CRC. And they'll be like, oh, that's kind of close to home. Yeah, but I'll say some shit like this. Yeah, but I don't really get visits like that, so it don't even matter. But I just, I don't know. I guess it's just close to the house, I guess. And you know where I went? CRC. Reverse psychology like a motherfucker. They know. Everybody coming in there is go ask. They double would like which places like resorts would you like to go? First I would like to go to Disneyland. Then I go to Magic Mountain. Yeah, they do you just like that. See, they ain't that smart up in there. That's a whole other story. Back to downtown LA. So, leave at 6 a.m. Don't do no extra nothing. Then count your bread. Now, if you feel you made over your quota, don't go to work the next day. I'm telling you, that was always my motto. If I made like 4,800 off dimes and dubs, this is what I used to do to make sure I feed the snitches and the bitches and the busters and the niggas that could possibly be watching. This is why I think I never got robbed. At 6 a.m., I would be on Gladys, downtown LA, where big Dirt Bike Mike used to be from Harlem Crip. Dirt Bike Mike was a big old nigga, but he used to be whooping ass over there. And that was his quarter for a long time. Now you got some Bloods at the edge, and you got some East Coasters at the other end. To this day, it's Bloods on one end, all by the black wall and the spray cans, and over there by the little community park, the little community parks that they put there. Dead homies. The Bloods is across the street from the park, and the Crips is over there at the other end of the street, the East Coasters, riding on bikes, looking like they on the east side. So anyway, yeah, that's downtown LA. It was 6 a.m. hit. This is what I do: feed the birds. And you know what feed the birds mean? I get out that bag and I knock out all the dust, and whatever's at the end of that bag, the crumbs, all that shit. My shit do not be re-rocked. So whoever get this, they gonna do what they do. I know people that recook it, whatever they do, but they know to come on Gladys. So bam, I'll be over there by the little across the street from the little man-made park, and it used to be this one girl. I forgot her name, but her nephew was a reputable from Grave Street. But his auntie, he'll tell you, oh, she a snitch. Like, yeah, my auntie will snitch on you. I done seen my auntie tell and make niggas go to jail. So I make sure, and she knew. At 6 o'clock, be on Gladys, little dark skinned short lady, and she'll be in the line, and I'll go with that bag. And I ain't never had nobody try to pop the bag out my hand or do no scandalous shit. And I used to feed the birds. The end of that little plastic bag, I'll rip out. The little sandwich bag, I'll rip it out. Boop, little corner, and feed the birds. Everybody be like this. I'll be like, man, keep going. And they'll have enough. They'll have enough because my shit, when you got real shit, it don't break down to dust. It just be like flakes. It still be kind of hard unless you like once they get the flakes, you start stepping on it or something like it'll break. But yeah, it'll stay solid. So I used to feed all the birds every time I left. Never got told on by the police. Never. Nobody ever told on me. Used to have people whistling at the end of each corners. Never. I ain't never did. When the police did used to drive by, the worst I ever got is flashlight therapy, like from the car, 12 p.m. To what is it, 12 a.m. huh? 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. I'm telling you. But now, shit, man, it's so many people downtown LA. You don't know what's what. You don't even know who's who. I done been down there with niggas that was bad, and I was like, what? This nigga down here, this where he hiding at? Not even from my area or my hood. And then you'll find somebody from his area that's good, and they be down there fucking with each other. I was like, yeah, the game changed. Cause some niggas be solid than a motherfucker, and they'll be fucking with a full-fledged rat from their hood just because they still banging the same hood. I done seen some crazy shit downtown LA. I done seen people get down with knives, like that little footage and stuff y'all be seeing about downtown LA, and they be riding around. Y'all be intrigued with the housing and or just all them people. Yeah, all them people get busy too. It's some girls that get busy too. I remember one time, I'm just standing there, and like I said, I just be standing there because if you don't know me, then you ain't gonna approach me about no drugs. So, but that's back in the day. I don't do that no more, and I don't advise nobody to do it because it's dangerous. If you don't know niggas, they gonna get you too. So, and you better know somebody, cause when it's little crews, little young crews down there, when they slide through on them bikes and them little electric razors and shit like that, bro, you better know somebody. You better know somebody, and most of them they be coming with they got a bounty hunter crew, and this is how they get niggas too. They got a bounty hunter crew where they hop out on you, the dudes like bikes and stuff. You'll see it coming. It ain't no car shit. Niggas ain't doing that shit out of cars. They doing straight up. Good morning. They doing straight up ride up on you on razors, the electric ones, and bicycles that they be selling for like 20, $15 down there. They be selling bikes like cars down there. They got more fix a flat shops than nigga the city do. Them niggas be fix a flat, twist a bike, paint a bike, stole a bike, get a bike back, nigga, bike, man. I done seen so many rims, that shit look like Sanford and Son. I'm like, God damn, you want a bike? Hell nah. I'll be like, man, I ain't rode no goddamn bike since I was like 15, 16. Nigga, is you crazy? I'm a grown ass nigga. What I look like hopping on a goddamn bike, nigga? You crazy. Nigga, if I do, it's gonna be electric. What? Ride a bike? Come on, man. Them days is over with, man. I'd rather walk. On my mama, I'd rather walk than be riding on a goddamn bike like I'm still 15, 16 years old. Nigga, you crazy. But that's what they got going down there. Everybody selling a goddamn bike. So, bam. This dude named, what's his name? What's this nigga name, man? Chip. Big Chip from PDL. Rest in peace. But this nigga was burnt. This nigga had all his sons, daughter, everybody was from Grape Street, right? Tall ass old nigga though. Solid nigga. Like he wasn't skinny, he was a big old, not big old nigga, but he was solid. So he down there telling me how he remember me in the pen, blah blah blah. He just got out. What he finna do? He finna start selling fake dope. And if niggas got problems with him, then he gonna have his son and his daughter, cause he just need to get on and this and that. He fresh out. So I'm like, all right, nigga, I hear you. I hear you, but that shit ain't safe, my nigga. So he said, yeah, I'm finna do it off this corner right here. If somebody got a problem with it, I'm gonna just knock their ass out. I was like, mm-hmm. Well, Chip won't be here too long. So bam. So as I'm doing my little daily shit, I see him, I salute him, woo, probably smoke some trees with him. Uh, I could tell the nigga was changing too, cause I could tell he was using crystal, cause he was staying up more. You know what I mean? Like for an old man, you shouldn't be up. You shouldn't be up like all these hours and able to be up on the corner like this. Then he be sweating. It'd be like 3, 4 in the morning. Like nigga, what is you sweating for? So I knew he wasn't smoking crack, but I knew it was that crystal. He was fucking with that crystal for sure. And he wasn't losing weight like that neither, but he was using it. So bam, I'm riding around, say what's up to him as a week or two go by. Nigga, I was standing across the street Man, all I know is they got the whole corner taped off. They got the white sheets over the nigga and all the shit in the same fucking spot where I see him every day. So I'm like, damn, man, who is that? Ooh, they like, oh man, that's that OG nigga Chip from PDL. I'm like, yeah, he out of here, out of here. They was like, yeah, nigga, they put the sheets over your ass. You out of here, out of here. I was like, what happened? They was like, yeah, he sold some gangster nigga. Like we told that nigga, he sold a gangster nigga that's a smoker, some crack. And he said that yeah, the dude found out it was fake crack, and he had an argument with Chip, telling him like, bruh, if this is fake, man, we gonna have some problems when I get back. Chip sold it to him anyway. That was the last flim flam he did. Oh boy came back. They would not give me the name though. They would not. If you was a homie, they would not give you the name. The Crip niggas knew, but they was not. So I knew he was like cripping or something. But yeah, they if you was a Damu, they was all the bloods. I'd be like, man, they told you who did it. They be like, nah, man, they told us what happened, but they not giving up no names. Like yeah, niggas acting like they don't know. Niggas know the whole story, but they act like they don't know who did it. It's like they heard. Man, shit, nigga, you niggas know. Especially if it's some Crip niggas, man, y'all know, nigga. But it was a lot of us down there. And then, you know, we have pop-up artists too, to where it be cars of the gang of the homies. It be from different hoods all the time. And they'll hop out, buy a gang of drink from niggas, cigarettes, trees, and just get on. Like, whatever niggas that knew about, it's like a depot, you know what I mean? Like, if you know type shit. Niggas will pull up and just buy niggas out. You be like, damn, where y'all from? Oh, yeah, we came out here, woo, the homie's a rapper. I done seen niggas that I never heard of and still never heard of. They be like, yeah, the homie a rapper, woo. They come down and buy a gang of shit. I ain't never even heard their name on the radio, with niggas, nothing. So it's a lot of people that was trying to look like they was doing stuff too, or maybe got a check, like, you know what I mean, from Capitol Records or whatever it was that hooked them up. They gave them some bread, but their name never got out there. But you could tell, like, they was all on some fly shit. They like, yeah, we doing a video today, woo, woo, we got Airbnb. Like, yeah, I never seen their videos on YouTube, never heard of these dudes, but they'll hop out and buy everything. Um, I seen what's the deal? I seen that nigga Melly down there before. They bought trees on my mama. I was like, that's that nigga Melly. It was Melly, that ugly nigga that they allegedly said he R.I.P. The tall nigga that they said was a bully. I seen that nigga too. That's what I knew. That's why I knew that was Melly. Melly was down there, and Melly had bags. So Melly, I can tell you, Melly was downtown L.A. That nigga was buying knockoffs on the dead homies. That nigga had black bags with, like, you know, the outfits and stuff like that from them Armenians. And that nigga had knockoffs. Mm-hmm. True story. What's the deal? What's the deal? True story. Melly bought knockoffs downtown LA. I seen them. Them niggas had bags on bags on bags. Straight by the Armenian people with the fake hip hop shops. Yes. That nigga had fake gear. Just like I told everybody the other day. Yo, Gucci that you buy is fake too. I don't care if it say Gucci on the label, man. Them Asians is making that. That is fake. I don't care how real they say it is. I don't care if you bought it at Nordstrom's, Macy's. That shit fake. Everything made by the Asian man. All of it. Yo, Jordans is made by the Asian man. You know how much them Jordans cost? Less than $20 to make. Are you serious? I don't care what number they is. They all made under $20 a pair of shoes. Even Nike selling nigga shit fake. Shit crazy. It's crazy what slapping a label on to do. But it is what it is, right? Australia, I never been out there. Never even heard too much. Just heard about you know, Outback Steakhouse type shit. That's the most I heard about Australia. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I haven't heard too much about Australia. But yeah. I used to feed them birds down there. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't made a couple meal downtown LA. I didn't see no gang of shit. That was just chip. It was another dude from Bounty Hunters. He was over there trying to be Debo, and his homies used to sell across the street at the Los Angeles Mission. And I used to tell him, that's what I told him too. I said, you keep fucking with niggas in the hood, they gonna off you. I said, this ain't the hood, but downtown LA, when you there enough, it is the hood. And he was over there trying to be like a Debo security guard for some people that's selling drugs, right? So I told him, I said, hey man, you too big to be pressing people like that. You know, I've been around these streets a long time, and I'm not just talking about these streets. The big niggas, always pressing niggas, you ain't gonna make it long. Somebody is gonna show you a thing or two. It always happened. It ain't no other way around it. They is not finna fight you. Even back then, they was not finna fight you. They was finna pop you. Well, one day, I wasn't there. Like I said, if I make my money, I might skip a day. I might skip 2 days. I might come 2 days out the whole goddamn week. Real shit. So, nigga, the day I don't come down there, right? I come back over in front of the Los Angeles Mission. There's a couple niggas from Langs. I ain't gonna say their name. There's a couple niggas from Bounty Hunters. I ain't gonna say their name. But Doc don't be doing shit. Doc is from he from LA Langs. Damn, that nigga OG from LA Langs. OG Doc. He in a wheelchair. Black ass nigga. And his son, his nephew is Lil Doc. Buster. Straight Munchie B type character. I'm talking about nigga, he living off his uncle motherfucking name. That nigga's a bitch. Man, that nigga's a whole hoe. Man, by himself. Like one time I would have some beef with him and some of his homies. The niggas he was fucking with, man, I pulled up on that nigga by himself. He was like, damn, man, no need for all that. No need for all that. I wanted to be like, man, shut your bitch ass up. I caught your ass slipping, nigga. So once he did that, I just changed the whole angle and I was like, man, I ain't finna, you know what I mean? I was gonna do that. I was gonna do that nigga bad, man. I was gonna sag that nigga downtown LA. Cause that's why I be always having them ski masks on. Everybody know I be having them ski masks on, the double ski masks. They know I ain't playing downtown LA. Then with my hair looking like this, man, I blend straight in, bro. Nigga, if the police get on me and I'm driving smashing downtown LA and I knock the nigga down, nigga on my mama, nigga, I'm sliding in somebody motherfucking tent, nigga, like nigga tuck and roll, nigga, like a fire, nigga. I jump out that bitch, tuck and roll, nigga, and I'm already knowing I'm going. I'm going straight in that motherfucking thing. And the police is not finna knock on no tents to try to find no nigga. That's what they not doing. You know how many crazy people they gotta go through to find your ass? Hell no, they ain't fucking with them tents. Them police scared of them tents and the shit they'll find up in there. It's weird shit going on in them tents. But I know a gang of them to where you go on the inside, nigga, that shit clean as a bitch. Probably cleaner than your house right now. You go up in some of them LA downtown tents, man, they got a speaker system, nigga, they got tables, nigga, they got the cooler, nigga, they got a stove, nigga, got a whole big old flat screen TV. And you be like, damn, nigga, from the outside, y'all look fucked up. You walk in, nigga, it look like somebody home. And I'm talking about two niggas over here at a table with some straps, a big old motherfucking monitor TV right here, generator going. And then you wonder why, oh, that's why they got all these cars like blocking it. Like, it's not, man, how you gonna have a nice ass car pulling up to a tent? I still don't get that shit. I still don't get that shit. Downtown little hustling ass niggas. Why the fuck do you have this new ass charger in front of this broke down ass tent? And you swear to God you low key, huh? Nigga, please. Police done seen you 1,000 times before. Niggas don't be getting too much smarter. They just be doing the same shit. They be acting like he did something wrong or he transgressed against something to make that happen to him. Yeah, karma my ass. Nigga, karma, this karma is just another story. So karma that. Sound like caramel to me. I done seen niggas that should have got their karma and came up and now they got a family, moved out, trucking company and everything. But on the street, man, that nigga was smacking niggas back. I'm talking about easy money. You be like, damn, this nigga changed his life? Hell yeah. Living good too. So karma that. I done seen a whole lot of karma, and I don't know what karma is. It just sounds like something that go in your motherfucking drink at Starbucks. That's how I feel about karma. Everybody be believing this, believing that. Man, I believe it when I see it, man. Just like y'all believe in the heaven and hell, I believe it when I see it. Cause who told you this? Who? Who told you? The pastor? Your mama? Your daddy? Did they go to the other side and tell you that? Who came back from the other side and told y'all about this heaven and hell? Cause I'm still trying to figure it out. Cause I want to see one of these pastors really get a long line and start healing people more than the hospital. Other than that, nigga, stop lying. That's just another Harry Potter book. All the magicalness of it and all the other stuff y'all got going on, telling a story. You know, just like the slaves used to tell stories by the riverbeds of how to get free. Yeah, some of them was tall tales, and some of them got hung on a tall tree. Listen to some bogus ass story. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that side of life, huh? Where they sung bogus ass stories and sent niggas on bogus ass missions, and them niggas is about 10, 20 deep, and they all got hung like fresh chickens because somebody was singing a bogus ass story that had the words wrong. Oh, y'all don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I be thinking about all that shit. Everybody wasn't singing no Harriet Tubman songs. Some people had their own version, and they'll send you straight to some motherfucking slaughter. Yeah, it's like, and then who the hell calls this nigga the pastor? The pastor? You lead me? Why? Why in the hell would I let you be my shepherd? What I'm paying you for? I'm paying you to break down the free Bible, the free one. You know, the free ones that be inside the hotel rooms. So if I don't know how to read myself, why the hell would I listen to you? I can read, you can read. You got a brain, I got a brain. What I gotta pay you for? Why do I have to sit there for hours? Why is it an entertainment show? Everybody up in there for the straight up fellowship. They ain't there for the goddamn word. They in there to see what she wearing, see what she doing, see what he wearing, see what car he pulled up with. Oh, he got a new girl. You know what I mean? It's just a social club. Don't you go to the club and they play music, you can sing and dance? The only thing is you leave out with a message. And then that nigga charge you $100,000 before you leave. And then if you don't get the money that he want before offering play been passed around, they gonna close them doors and say, we gonna kidnap y'all until y'all give us the money. So shit, nigga, go ahead and go to church and get robbed. Yeah, you might as well closing the door on people talking about ain't nobody gonna leave church until we reach this quota. Who quota? Your bills? Oh, this extravagant church with the lights and all this other bullshit you got going on? Why you spending all this money on this motherfucking material shit? You know God said it's a sin, right? You love this earth. You love the things of this earth. That's why your church looked the way it looked, because you love this place. So if you talking about the other place, why you making this place look so goddamn good? Brother man, why in the hell is you worried about 80, 100-inch TVs, lights, smoke, top of the line motherfucking microphones? You know what I mean? All this seats looking like a goddamn stadium. What's the difference between you and the motherfucking Ram Stadium? It ain't shit but a goddamn show. Just knock it off. At least when they ask you to go watch them football players, at least you know the fee and what you paying for. But they ain't gonna tell you, hey, can't nobody leave until you give us another $100 and some dollars. You know, cause we ain't reached our quota. Shut your ass up. Go to church for what? To talk to who? When? Where? And then the pastor one-on-ones with your wife and all that. Then all of a sudden, your baby look like his baby. And then when it come out, they're like, well, we gonna forgive Pastor Whoopty Whoop. You know what I mean? He made a mistake, and we just got to keep the bills going, and we still need this whole function to keep going. And then they gonna have Mother Sweetheart come tell everybody, you know, with the sweetest voice, yeah, you know, the pastor made a pride, he made a slip up. You know, man, get your mother's bored ass up out of here. Get your mother's bored up ass up out of here. I done seen a pastor. They forgave him for one kid, and then he had another one. And then that's when she left. I'm like, what the man? God, what kind of man? I was young. I was like, what kind of hell? What? Oh, so it's wrong for me to be smacking bitches in the bathroom at church, but he could smack them on a one-on-one behind closed doors. I wonder why that couch was in there like that. How the fuck you got a long ass couch that look comfortable than a motherfucker, and then you got this seat in the front for two people? What's the couch there for, my brother? Amen to that. I used to look at my dad like I always just assess the whole situation. And I'm glad my dad had me around all the time. I look like, why this nigga's got this big ass couch up in here? Why his table so way back and then the chairs is up here in the middle and then he got all this space over here for the motherfucking couch like he just got visitors like that. Nigga, I ain't seen more than 3-4 people up in here. And if that's the case, what the fuck you need a goddamn couch in your motherfucking office for? Yeah, I believe in God. I don't believe in going to a goddamn church. Go to church, what's the Easter program? The whatever, Jesus birthday program, whatever the fuck they call that shit. Then they had me go to, instead of Halloween, they call it Hallelujah Night. I was like, man, this is a whole lot of bullshit. Call it Hallelujah Night, and we still dressing up like Moses and Jerusalem and all the bullshit. Man, come on, man. That's just as bad as Mary had a little lamb. Come on, man. Just Hallelujah Night on Halloween, but we still dressing up, going to church. Man, knock that shit off, man. Certain people just gotta change their ways, man, and that's one of them. Cause if you ain't changing your ways on that, you burnt the fuck out, man. You just reading that Bible over and over like a motherfucking auto read, and you just hearing them say the same prosperity of how you gonna get some money and how God gonna be in your corner and God gonna bless you for your seed of offering. And man, you ain't planted so many seeds, nigga. You like a whole watermelon and ain't got shit. And then when you do get something, you like, yes, Lord, I'm gonna tell my motherfucking testimony in church because I finally got something, like hitting the lottery, huh? You done prayed a million times and then one thing came through and you like, oh, the Lord did it for me. Shut your ass up. Well, go pray since you gave all them tithes and offering, go pray right now that God take care of your rent and all your utilities, and God bless you to get free clothes and the newest shoes for your kids while they're going back to school. And then you tell me what he tell your dumb ass. Since everybody be talking to him, so go talk to the nigga. Since you be talking to him so much, why don't you go talk to the nigga? You sure be calling baby daddy. Matter of fact, I got a better idea. Why don't you take your black ass to your black ass church and go tell them I need an offering raised for me and the kids, back to school clothes, and see what that church tell your black ass. I'll wait. Since these is your brothers and sisters in the Lord, right? Brothers and sisters in the Lord. Until you need something. Yeah. Check them out. Been to church a gang of years. With all these brothers and sisters in the church, just go tell your brothers and sisters in the church, I need to take up an offering for my kids. You know, they need school clothes. Man, they gonna forget every offering you put in there for the last 20 years. They gonna tell your black ass, turn your black ass around. We never knew you. Yeah, so go tell your church that. Or matter of fact, go in your closet and go pray that you ain't even got to go ask them, and that God gloriously bring it down to you. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If it happens for you. If not, and keep paying your tithes and offering. Brother, sister, whoever you is, that's what you need to do as a lifestyle. Just keep praying, keep going, and see where it take you. Yeah. Oh, the church. That's what they gonna do. They gonna give you the book bag and pens for sure. That's what they gonna give you. But that's all Dollar Tree. You can get that at the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I gotta go. But I'm gonna stay for the rest of the day. Yeah. Yep. That's all they gonna give you. That little quick pack. And then the quick pack is just some muffins or something that they sold. Them extra donuts after church. That's what they gonna use the money for. So they gonna trick you into buying the donuts, the cocoa, the after church meals, and then you gonna think the church blessed everybody, and then actually y'all paid for it, and they're gonna tally it to the T. So if the church raised $281, that's how much they spending on school supplies for the kids. Then they gonna take that money and go to the Dollar Tree or wherever is the cheapest. They gonna have somebody else go find the cheapest way to spend $281. Then when they come back, that's why this stuff be all like portioned out the way. You're gonna get that thing of pens and erasers with the little zipper. You're gonna get probably a notebook or two, a folder, and a backpack. Best believe, less than 6 months, less than 60 days. Well, we'll say less than 6 months. That backpack will be broke, the paper will be fucked up, warped, and everything, and they ain't gonna come back and hit you with another one till next year. Oh yeah. Well, really, it ain't a tax write-off. Because the church is the only place that don't get taxed. Did you know that? Churches are tax exempt facilities, organizations. Oh, now you see why so many gang members, the OG ones, turn into pastors. Ah, you finally caught on. Tax free business. If you a church, you could sell food on your property with no license. You could run a car wash on that property. No license. You are tax exempt on every level. Yes, man. That's why all the OG gang members, the ones that used to traffic cocaine from California to every part of the states, you see why all of them turned pastor? Because the business is tax exempt. And it's better than pimping. Because you got grannies, grandpas, and all these other misconstrued motherfuckers up in church believing whatever the pastor said for these past decades is just part of slavery. Slavery brought the church. The church brought with slavery. The first slave ship name was Jesus. Do you not understand what the fuck I'm telling you? The very first slave ship name was Jesus. To the Americas. That, nigga. And if you didn't know that, just stop going and stop giving your money. Why in the hell would you be supportive of a gang called Christians where you came and your forefathers came and they told them, if you don't believe in this Jesus, we throwing your ass off the ship or we shooting you. And white people was pretty crooked back then. They probably domed him, then threw him off just because he thought he was like that. Oh, yeah. And do you feel that's cool? Now, these are facts. This is not alleged. These are things that you can find in college books. These are things you can read if you go read them. Information is not free. That's why they charge you for college. So why do you go to the police and get free information? You go to college, they ain't giving you no information for free. Oh my goodness. You talk about going to church. What I just said was church. Go to church for what? To help him pay rent for a whole nother building that we don't even need. And look, the way I feel is, if we meet up at a park, if it's raining, then that means Sunday off, nigga. That means if it rained 4 Sundays in a row, we don't go to church 4 Sundays in a row. So, at the end of the day, go ahead and keep praying and doing your Jesus thing. Just know, your forefathers, y'all forefathers, because mine wouldn't know that shit. Your forefathers, the ones that was talking, but that they was Muslim and whatever belief, they was Buddhist, whatever the hell they was. They believe in voodoo, all that. They told them, you gonna learn today. And just like they said, just like Cat Williams said, the black women is what saved the black race. This is true. Because I was finna say bus, every boat that came with the Africans, if them dudes were from different tribes and they mounted up to go attack, they smoked them. The women dealt with it. All right now, I'm gonna give you some of this good. I ain't gonna tell your wife, but you need to have my son work in this area, and you need to have my daughter up in this. Well, I ain't gonna keep giving you this. I'm gonna tell Miss Shirley. That's a fact. No matter what, them men was still savving. It was back in the beginning of U.S. history. They was savving. They was like pirates. They didn't have no outlet on what's right and wrong. They was just doing. So, since they had a control of the pistol, you know they was taking them big booty slaves and stuff like that, doing what they wanted to do with them. And then they started telling them, now look, you ain't gonna be hitting this like this. You gonna get my son and daughter in this, and you gonna get them in the house. And yeah, my history is, bro, I'm on point. You just talking. Like I said, when I get 100 and something, 200 people up in here, it's always a goddamn troll. And you know what? It's for a reason. Because sometimes I can give too much information on one live, and I need to break it up. So my history is on point. And my history says the first slave shit name was Jesus. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm back in the algorithm. Yeah, I'm back in the algorithm, bro. They had me, look, man, I got all these subscribers, and I got like over 2,000 subscribers, right, bro? And I could tell y'all, and I give a shout out to all my subscribers, but I gotta tell y'all, they blackballed me for the past week because they said I had some kind of hate speech. I think it was about Munchie B or some no jumper type stuff. So I want to tell y'all why y'all in here deep. No Jumper is a #1 federal building. If you say anything that's too far on one end about anybody on No Jumper, they're gonna try their best to strike your page. I'm telling y'all now that y'all in here deep again. You know what I mean? Because they kept me on my lives to about like 10 to 15 people. I usually get 300-400 people up in here at a time, but I'm barely climbing my way back up, and I see that I had to do a lot of shorts just to get back in the algorithm to where I am right now. But I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all speak on No Jumper or anything about No Jumper or the people on there, they know YouTubing. So that's a fact. You start getting numbers, like I was getting 19,000 on my lives, I was getting 16,000, 14,000, all that type of stuff. That's why I'm telling y'all now that y'all deep up in here, bro. To retap the notification bell, cause I'm always on and I'm always talking some real ish. Just like I said, later on today, I'm finna get up in my my house. I'm finna put the little putty up, and I'm finna paint different walls. Just like I said, I'm finna draw myself in one of those you remember Supernatural, Well, I'm finna draw one of them old Oldsmobiles, and I'm gonna be the driver, and then I'm gonna have Rick and Morty in the car with me, and we gonna be driving over the YouTube streets, and y'all gonna see me paint it up. Y'all gonna see me go from white wall, paint it up, then the other wall I'm gonna make it green so it can be my green room. But yeah, man, I'm showing y'all all this type of stuff, man. Make sure you tap in. Like I said, you gotta double tap that notification bell. You know what I mean? Because they try to blackball me. So you have to tap it. When it goes off, tap it back on. I know y'all heard this from all y'all biggest YouTubers. I'm barely on my way. I'm getting like 59, 60 subscribers a day. You know what I mean? But they blackball me for about a week now. But it's smooth though. But they try to say that I was talking hate speech. No, it's not hate speech. But if you don't say certain things after, like if you don't say for YouTube purposes only, or this is for educational purposes only, the AI that does the processing of you publishing anything on YouTube, see how the way I could break that down? See how I broke it down to you? The only way it's gonna get published is an AI, and it's gonna critique all your whole life. That's why it takes so long to upload. You wonder like, man, why it takes so long to upload? That's what they doing. It's not human based. It is all AI. And that if they hear any kind of hate speech or whatever, you better say AI is gonna pick up this is all for YouTube purposes only, blah blah blah. You have to say that. So with saying that, 2 days before Munchie B got his channel took, mines was disturbed. They wouldn't even let me get on for a live or nothing. I had to take a questionnaire, and they was talking about hate speech. And I was like, man, I didn't say nothing hateful to nobody. You know what I mean? Like, I just be on here popping it, but I don't say hateful speech. So whatever AI took it as, or like I said, no jumper. No jumper does keep in contact with the police of YouTube. So that's a fact. So anybody that really mess with me and watch my lives when it really be going up, I be having 300-400 people in here. I be getting subscribers. Like I said, I'm used to 40 to 60 subscribers a day. When you start swimming in them numbers in the algorithm, they gonna mess with your bread. And another thing too, now that I filled out my information for YouTube to actually pay me like they owe, every time I get off a live, every time I do a short, it's always some money involved. Like I actually see the money bar going up. Like I checked it like one time, and then it was said something like 19, and then the next thing it said like almost 29, like it almost jumped like $10, and it was almost just on shorts. I couldn't believe it was just off shorts. I didn't do no live, I didn't do nothing, but yeah, it's different now. So once you pass a certain thing, it changes for you. And if you have more people watching you at a time, they're gonna scrutinize. They gonna have an expert like AI be on your like. Okay, simple as this. If you got less than 500 subscribers, they don't think you nobody. Just like they gonna do you just like no jumper. Never heard of them. This is a perfect example. When I got on Munchie B and I made my debut to Spiderloak, and then I got on Bosco and said both of them is not like that, and I'm their older homie, and I know both of them niggas, and them niggas is not like that. That's when I blew up. 28K the first day. Never was on YouTube before in my life. 28K when I got on Spiderloak, and after that you ain't heard of Kick and Cack being booed no more. It's over. Boom, 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 boom. That whole shot, man, I came up in there and tore that thing up, and I ain't even know none of them niggas. Only niggas I knew was Munchie B and Bosco. When I came up in there, man, everybody laid down. Everybody started flipping tables. Oh, this nigga did this nigga did that. This nigga messed with the kids. This nigga messed with the women. I was like, what? Like DMX, what? 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 Whoa, let the rough riders roll. Stop, drop, shut up down, open up shop. Yep, I shut them down, opened up Say Less. The doors open, man. Now it's like a whole car lot. Just once I, it's open, man. I am the reason why it's no more Kick and Cack being booed. That's a fact. Because the big and back part was not official, gang. Bosco and Munchie, the Inglewood homies know what you did last summer. And you thought that I was doing life. And when I got out, I blazed y'all. And I got on the internet. First off, when I was looking at it, I was like, Bosco? Y'all think Bosco is gangster? I did just like that. Oh my God. Bosco? We talking about oatmeal face Bosco, right? Oh, we talking about look like the bottom of your shoe on a muddy day, Bosco? Look, don't Bosco's skin look like it's just like this? Just unbelievable human strength. That's why I said he gotta have a little bit of alien in him. You know, we do be having visits from aliens from other planets. I believe he came on Stargate, 2000. And the rest of his tribe was like, this nigga ugly as hell. He ain't coming back to Venus with us. And they just got back on that spaceship and just man, if you think Boxer was a real gangster, then Payless shoes is real shoes too. Dig that. But like I said, while everybody in here, retap your notification bell. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed, cause I always do the real, and I always keep it real, and that's how I got bracking like eggs. My numbers is doing better than Spiderloaf. Spiderloaf is the one that had me embarrass Munchie B and Bosco. So now, ever since that day, if you go look at Spiderloaf and you go look at my views versus his, I'm past him by the thousands. Spider is a joke. Munchie can't see, crunchy or smooth, creamy. He did get the peanut butter to him. Bosco, straight mark. Ain't never seen him do nothing, fight nothing, throw a rock at nothing. So, you know, they let the internet be what they want. But Cam Capone, you be putting too much on Bosco. On the dead homies. Nigga always interviewing Bosco like, Bosco who? Nigga, the commentator, and then half his commentary, I didn't watch his videos a couple times. He'll play it short, and then he'll go, shut your monkey face ass up, nigga. Nigga, that shit, what the niggas is laughing at the way you laughing and the way you look. Do you know the joke that they said, they're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you. Bosco still ain't got that concept yet. That's why y'all know. That's why everybody know who Bosco is. Because he the ugliest motherfucker you saw. Allegedly. For YouTube purposes only. You know why? Bosco might be one of the snitch bitches and busters too. Allegedly. So go tell YouTube that. Monkey man. Planet of the Apes leader ass motherfucker. King of the Kumbuktus. Motherfucking. See? That's probably why they said hate speech. Because I can go in on Bosco. So it probably was a Bosco moment. And they was like, you talking straight hate speech. No, I'm talking about bottom of my cleats after a football game speech. You know all that mud you gotta knock off and it be hanging all off the side and shit like that, looking like melted chocolate? You know what I'm getting at. This for YouTube purposes only. Go leave a Snicker out in the sun and then open it up. And then go get a picture of Bosco and put his face right next to that melted Snicker. And you're gonna be like, strong resemblance. Man, that nigga Bosco been ugly since he pulled up. I'm talking about when we first seen that nigga, the homie was like, damn, blood is ugly. Allegedly. But, not trying to get into no hate speech, you know what I mean? Because Bosco will tell on me. And we know the grid program is his best friend, which is Munchie can't see, but tell all. Oh yeah, Munchie. And then Hefe. Word to the wise. All that tough shit y'all be talking about on the internet. Shit. That nigga Brian got up on you niggas. And I know Brian in real life. Brandon really wears those clothes. I said, Brian, Brandon really wears those clothes in real life. Brandon really be in Long Beach on the gang. When I met Brandon, that be on No Jumper, he was with his girl. Big booty, dark skinned bitch. Titties, booty. I'm talking about you can sit on that thing. And you know what they told me? Yeah, we headed to the motherland. We just got a place out there. Yeah, me and my girl. Hey, you serve this jerk chicken? Oh, okay. Your name Neptune? Yeah, I was not YouTubing or nothing. I gave him an Instagram, something like that, but I was not a YouTuber. And I met Brandon and his wife. And fed Brandon and his wife. And then they took off to Africa. And I didn't see him for some months. Then he came back. Yeah, I met the nigga over there at the let me tell you where I met him. The Nike store. The Nike store downtown Long Beach on Pacific Aquarium Way, across the street from the aquarium where they be showing all the animals, where the animals be at. You see baby Shamu and all that. Yep. Like I said last night, that's where I seen Mozzie and that other Mexican rapper, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, whoever he is. I seen him up there too. He was Spooky J. When he was in Long Beach, he was Spooky J. That Mexican one with all the tattoos, I think he went to jail for some meth or something. Yep, I seen that nigga. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, crazy. I seen that nigga up in there. That nigga was like this. That nigga had the glasses on. He got out the car like, you know how, you ever seen that short where that Mexican, he be doing all that extra stuff, like he be walking, but he be like hella geeked out, and he like hella tatted and shit like that? That's how that nigga, what's his name, chat? Lefty Gunplay. I seen him at the Nike store in Long Beach. This is what he did when he got out it was a Cadillac black truck. He got out, he had the shades on. He did just like that Mexican dude that be doing all the, you know that Mexican dude with all the tats? I know y'all seen the shorts nigga on Instagram something, man. Anyway, he got out the car like that. Lefty Gunplay, get out the car, boom, close the door. I seen it with my own eyes. Like, I was like, damn, this nigga did what my iguana used to do. You know what I mean? Like, that nigga was like, fingers like, I was like, I don't know what kind of drug that is, Lefty Gunplay, but I'm sure I seen that before. I don't know what drug makes them Southsiders do that shit. I don't know if it's crystal, the heroin. I don't know, allegedly. I don't know what it is that make them just. But I be seeing like little essays in the hood and essays around LA. They be tatted all up and they be like, meth? Yeah, on my mama, like they be walking with their hands and shit. They eyes be hella big. And like most of the time, they ain't really no trouble. You know what I mean? You can just tell they pass a good one. They on a good two, maybe a good four. But you still be watching out for them like, man, this nigga burnt. But they so caught up in that highness, it's like they not even there. That's why they be like high beams like, hey, what's going on? Hey, you guys got an extra cigarette I can get? What's up, bro? Like, nigga, what kind of drugs is you on, bruh? Black people don't do that. And when they do, they don't act like that unless they on Sherm. And we stopped selling that a long time ago. People don't tap at the door for that no more. So, what you on? Like, yeah? You like that drug? Let me see if I can make some. For YouTube purposes only. You thought I was gonna say that? Kids, never do drugs. Never sell it. Never do nothing. This is for educational purposes. I'm just telling you how I made it. Blessed, fate, karma, whatever you want to call it. Shit, I done did everything that a lot of these dudes be talking about. And Stewie Blue, Stu Boy Blue, I gotta get on you again, man. The antics of you on No Jumper. But let's talk about Stu Boy Blue. You know he has some weird allegations from a past relationship when he was from 60s, right? I'm talking about allegedly a girl that he was with did some funny things with him, if you can imagine. Yeah, your boy on No Jumper that got all the little stupid views. Yeah, let's talk about Stewie a little bit. So, your boy Stewie with all the tattoos on the face, right? Yesterday on No Jumper, everybody watching, talking about, right? Well, what you know about his allegations allegations, YouTube purposes only, his girl did some strange things to him that shouldn't be done to men. You put it together. YouTube purposes only. Other than that, you hate me. You're trying to get my shit blocked. So hold on. So anyway, Stewie Blue, his allegations with old baby are more than enough for allegations. You put that together. Talking in a circle just like the police on the stand. So, with that being said, Stewie Blue did his thing with his girl. His girl, I don't know if she official from 60s or whatever, but she went back and told all his homies. When she told all his homies stopped messing with him on the streets. So then he goes to jail. And unbeknownst to him, where he ends up in jail is where a lot of the famous hitters was at. You know what I mean? And I guess like with what he had going on with the allegations with old baby, uh, they made him not made him, but they made him turn up in there to where like he had to turn up to the point to where it justify his name in the streets again. So that's why he get on no jumper saying what he said right now, cause he had to get his redemption. He had a he was in there. He was doing what he said he was doing, but it was more than what he said. Like he had to. They had to send him to do different things, different missions and stuff like that to get his name back right because of the allegations of what old baby told his homies in the hood. And you know how it is in the hood where they know a certain girl and they know how she get down. It's more, behind the scenes stuff, which made yeah, Stewie boy, he some allegations. So now he on no jumper, telling this old super riding story about how he was doing this and all this in the county, and which may or may not be true, but he had to because he was in there with certain dudes that was like that, and they was in there for being like that. So, and it was from his hood and other hoods as well. So that's how he got his little. He had. That's one of those things where he had to get his name up. Yeah, but now look, with a name like that, right? Just like Brick Baby, you know your homies give you a name. They always give you a name that complements your character, right? So if his name is Stupid Boy, come on, man. Your homie name is Stupid Boy. That means he's stupid, boy. That ain't no allegation. Your homies give you names of who you is. Just like I said, Big Munchie. Munchie was a munchkin. Like when we was getting taller, Big Munchie was still short. So the Munchie y'all know now, that ain't Munchie. Yeah, that ain't your name, nigga. Y'all don't even got the same dad. You know what I mean? How can you be little Munchie or big Munchie, whatever Munchie you is? You don't even have the same dad. Y'all got the same mama. You ain't got the same dad. That's different. So I don't see how you could try to take his name and how you could try to be him. I could even give you credit if you was his blood. Like you is his blood with his mama, but you had the same mama and daddy. I could give you more credit. But then once you go to a whole nother hood, once you go to another hood with the name, you tripping. We're like, what is you trying to do? Cause confusion? But it was just, he tried to be his own, but not be his own. Like he wanted to be from a different gang to be his own, but not have his own name, because he knew that name was already traveling. Everybody knew Munchie because Big Munchie was in everybody's hood. But Stupid Boy, I never ran across him. But once I got the information on him, like I said, I got my own circle of people too that be giving me what I know to be true too. So, yeah, that Stupid Boy is Stupid Boy. Um, that's his name for real. Um, I don't know if he had another one before that, but I know it was something to the effect of that girl, whoever he was with, she had him doing some strange shit. And I guess she just did it just to mark him out or just to see if he was going to be with the freaky shit. And that nigga, and they went for it. Now, the whole story about pulling up the no jumper and he had to hop out and toss his clothes and all that. I'm like, man, you see what people do for clout? Uh, you got you got Brick Baby rub the baby oil on when he got on 607 Unk. 607 Unk tell the real. He said he paid him 5,000 to do that. So we know Brick Baby, he ain't got the bricks, baby. You feel me? Because if he's selling out for 5,000 to rub baby oil in front of another nigga, just because that Diddy stuff came out with the baby oil, you know what I mean? Like it was just he was clouding up off of Brick, and Brick was trying to get some bricks. That's the best way I could put it. Cause Brick Baby, I ain't never known Brick Baby to have no bread, like Brick. I don't even know how you got that name. You know what I mean? Like nobody knows you in L.A. and Inglewood to be doing nothing like that, bro. And even if you low key, you can't be low key, cause it's money involved. Anybody that's getting money, you can't be low key. That's why people don't accidentally hit the wrong man, cause you don't accidentally know he got money. That's why they don't accidentally hit the wrong house, cause they accidentally know where the money's at. There's no accidents and stuff like that. They already know. They know where your mama stay. They know where your daddy stay. Nigga, they know where you go to work. It's only the young niggas now that take advantage and they do. But yep, that's that. I'm about to bounce up out of here, y'all. Though that's for sure. Time to go. I've been on here with like 2 hours. I know y'all just getting up. Yeah, I'm about to get on and get to work now, man. Been up like what is it? Like 2 hours. I've been on this live at least. But it is time to go, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all with y'all later, and I'll be drawing on my walls and stuff like that. So make sure y'all hit that notification bell again. Make sure y'all stay in the help me stay in the algorithm by hitting that like button. And if you want to become a member, the same is to still apply to where when you become a member, you already raffled in to win a Rottweiler puppy. So once again, say less moments TV. Your boy Neptune the Goon. I'm full ring out of here. For sure, for sure. Yeah, my walls, nigga, I'm painting. I'm painting them all white. I'm finna draw. I'm finna do some painting. Your walls. You bitch.